Hey, all you lovely people. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Scream 6. So stick around.
You're afraid of dying.
How do you know? You've never tried it before.
All right, everyone, before we jump into the video, if you could do me a favor and give this video a like, consider subscribing if you haven't. Really helps me out, makes it easier to do more of these videos. With that out of the way, let's talk about Scream 6. And more specifically, let's talk about Mindy. Now, she's been the topic of a lot of conversation since that first teaser trailer came out. And I want to throw my 2 cents out there. Specifically, whether or not I expect Mindy to be alive when those credits roll for Scream 6. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my answer out there. No, I don't. I don't think she's gonna be alive. There you go. If you want to dip out now, you've heard my answer. So you can go ahead and dip out. If you want to stick around for the reasoning, I'd really appreciate that. If not, have a lovely day. For everyone else, let's keep going. Now, my reasoning gonna be working around in a circle here, but Scream 5, we lost Dewey. It was a terrible loss, and we all know it was. Radio Silence has said Dewey was the heart of the franchise. Obviously, Sydney's the final girl, Ghostface is the villain, but Dewey was the heart of the franchise. And that's why they killed him, because they knew it would make the biggest impact. It would make people the most sad. So Dewey's gone. We don't have that heart of the franchise anymore. Well, Scream 6 is out there. There's been test screenings, and guess what people are saying? People are saying that Chad is surprisingly the heart of the movie. If that's the case, I think that spells a little bit of doom for Miss Mindy. And going even further than that, in terms of just story, not like taking into account politics or social commentary, anything like that, just story. There is nothing Mindy brings that another character doesn't bring. Now, in Scream 5, obviously, she was the Randy cookie-cutter character. Honestly, to me, it seemed like she was trying to be Randy. Like, she wasn't her own character. She was just trying to do what Randy did. All the way, I mean, from what she was talking about to how she said it to the emotions she was displaying. She was just trying to be Randy in part 1. That's what it was. And I didn't like that. Obviously, we need that Randy character to know the rules, to explain the rules, to give that side of the story. But I didn't like that she was just trying to be Randy. Didn't like it. Now, going into Scream 6, we don't need a Randy character because we've got Kirby. So, you take that out of the way, she doesn't have that to fall back on anymore. Now, the other thing, in terms of her character and story that would be nice would be exploring the trauma she's dealing with since Scream 5. Well, I wonder who else experienced trauma in Scream 5. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Gail, Tara, Sam, Chad. And arguably, they all experienced more. Because we saw her after the events. Up until the third act, that's when everything else had happened that she would have been dealing with. Because after that third act, during the third act, the only thing that happened, she got a non-fatal stab wound to the shoulder and passed out for the entirety of the third act. She didn't even seem to care that her friends were dying. She was just there watching a movie about people getting murdered, in which her uncle gets attacked. She didn't seem to care. And maybe that's how she deals with it, but you know what? It just wasn't interesting to me. So, I don't think she's the best character or the only character we can have on screen to just explore how they're dealing with their trauma. So if that's the only thing she provides, she doesn't need to be there. If, the Randy type character is the only thing she provides, she doesn't need to be there. She just, in my opinion, doesn't need to be there. And having said all that, I'm just going to throw out there, I think Chad was more entertaining in Scream 5. He was funnier. He dealt with Ghostface better. Like I said, he was stabbed 6 or 7 times in very lethal places, as well as cut in the leg. And he still managed to make it out. She got stabbed in the shoulder once, and gave a thumbs up like she had survived something. Nah. Chad wins, in my opinion. I'm gonna have to throw that out there, because if I just say Chad wins and don't add in my opinion, someone's gonna come after me. So that's what I got. I just wanted to throw that out there. As I said, breaking it down, she doesn't really bring anything to the movie that no other character brings in now. And she's definitely not going to be the heart of the franchise like Dewey was, because she didn't seem to care about anyone other than herself. So I think that's why Chad's going to make it out. And just to go back to the very beginning, I want to say this was all predicated upon the fact that I don't believe both of them can survive. If they both can survive, I would love that. If only one can survive, which I believe is how it's going to go, I would prefer it to be Chad. All right, everyone, that's what I got. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think Chad will survive? Do you think Mindy will survive? Or do you think they both will survive? All right, all you lovely people, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video, especially if you got to this point in the video. Once again, if you could, give this video a like, consider subscribing. It really does help me out. And there's going to be a couple videos on the screen here that you might enjoy. Click on one of those. If not, have a lovely day, be safe, and I love you all.